Good morning. So let our souls now experience something beautiful. It's my honor to present to you a gentleman of great wisdom, scholarly he is, and a teller of stories too. Wonderful thing about him, and he doesn't know this, so he'll hear this for the very first time. You know, I walk around and my heart and my soul is open to listen. Last night I was rushing to grab some food before the evening's program, and I just happened to be standing over his shoulder. He was talking to a group of people at the table, and they were talking about the beauty of his stories. And he said, well, I don't really consider myself a storyteller. I'm really more of an educator. Oh, you know, that's the beauty of his soul. His humility enables the wisdom of the stories he tells to reach your heart. So like the melody of this old ancient instrument that belonged from West Africa, used to call forth the wisdom and the stories of the world, I present to you now, my friends, a writer, a poet, a father and scholar of literature, folklore, and comparative myth. His publications have included academic studies on myth and ancient cultures, as well as popular works for both children and adults, deeply dedicated to an interdisciplinary approach to teaching, research, and writing. Dr. Berk holds degrees in ancient history and American Indian studies, as well as a PhD in comparative literature and culture. He has studied at Oxford University in England and has traveled widely, making friends in many parts of the world. While studying at the University of Arizona, he was appointed to the committee that developed the first American Indian Studies doctoral program in the United States, and worked as the assistant to the Pulitzer Prize-winning Kiowa author N. Scott Momaday. He is professor of myth, folklore, and Native American studies in the English department at Central Michigan University. Professor Berk also sits on the board of the Mythic Imagination Institute. Finally, he has found the Grail and keeps it hidden in his basement behind a large stack of old National Geographic magazines. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one with wisdom, one who will make you smile. And every time I look into his eyes, I feel the magic of the universe. Please welcome Ari Berk.
I can't follow that. Fred Johnson. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. My son, who is 4 years old, told me this, and I very, very much want to believe him. He says it, and my wish is that his breath, his words, will make it so. He intuitively believes that the world works in this way. At 4, this is what he knows, that he can change the world with speech, with sound, with story. He knows instinctually that exhalation equals creation. While still a graduate student, I spent a lot of time in Dineta, in and around Fort Defiance in the Navajo homeland of the Four Corners region. And I learned there from friends that wind, in the Navajo belief, is not merely the effect that pushes clouds on their course. Wind is life force, and it can affect one for good or ill. It's part of a living, ongoing conversation in which people share the act of co-creation with divine beings. In the Navajo belief, we live each moment at a confluence of exhalations, of sacred winds that move through places, through our behaviors and our actions, our bodies, and through the realms of spirit simultaneously. We are affected by these winds, but can also affect and change the world through them, through breath, speech, and song.